Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review Take 2. So today is Sunday, December 4th. Going to look at the US dollar index, S&P, Nasdaq, and energy sectors of oil and natural gas. So let's get started. This is the US dollar index, DXY. This is the 4-hour chart. And I've changed my labeling, but it doesn't change the overall bias that we still need the dollar to go down a little bit. So there's two labelings that I see are in play. My primary one for right now is that we've had an A, B, C for a W, went up in three ways for the X. This was all 1, 2, 3 for Y. Then we had a 3-wave correction for X, and now we're coming down for the Z wave. The other alternative is that this is A, B, and then this is, because this right here, this move down is a diagonal. And so it's just a matter of, is it the ending diagonal for this ABC, or is it, this is a leading diagonal, and it was a 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and then we're putting in what looks to be an ending diagonal. So in either count, it still needs more down. So it really doesn't matter a whole lot, and we'll know when we get down and break this low what is happening. So if we zoom in on this final part, so here's the X wave up, and so far we just have, a strong impulse down, and then we got this little 1, 2 jobs report came out Friday, up for 3. So we do have like a little ABC, so we just don't know if that's all the correction. That could just be the A part selling off here, and this is just going to be the B, and it's going to go up one more time for a C, and then back down to complete the Z wave. Or if the other count is in play, and this is an ending diagonal from this point right here, then you would have 1, 2, 3 for 1, 1, 2, 3, that'd be 2. This will be 1, 2, they'll break the low for 3, then they'll go up for 4, and then they'll come back down, and the 5 waves for C. So we just don't know, like this area will tell us, if they come in, tonight, Sunday night, futures market on Forex will open up. If they come and take out this low here, then I'm leaning towards that this is all an ending diagonal. That's 1, that's 2, 3. They'll break this low, and then somewhere they'll turn up and give you a little 3-wave correction for 4, and then we'll come back down for 5. But if they start coming back up here Sunday night and into Monday, then to me this looks like this is all 1, and then they're going to create a correction here for 2. Actually, that'll be the A wave, and then they'll give a 3-wave correction for B, and then come down for the Z wave. So keep an eye that if they break this low, then look for an ending diagonal to be in play. If they come back up, then it'll kind of chug around here for a while, and then come down one more time to break the low. So that's the dollar. Slide over to the S&P futures contract. And I've changed my count on this because of this red wave here. So, originally I had this as a W and an X and a Y, X, and I thought we were going up for the Z, but when I zoomed in on this one wave here, I can see that this is all just a leading diagonal. So we had 3 waves here for an A, and then 3 waves down for the B. And then I thought this was 3 waves up for 3, that was 4, and then we completed 5 up there. Looking at this more, and I think this is clearly, you know, creating a leading diagonal. So that's 3 waves for 1, down for 2, 3 waves for 3, 3 waves down for 4, and then this was A, B, and then this is the leading diagonal, so that's 1, correction 2, up for 3, running flat for 4, and 5. So you're 1, 2, 3 for the 5th wave. So that means this whole move is your leading diagonal, 3 wave correction, and now they're creating what I see as an ending diagonal. So we got 3 waves up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's where Powell spoke last Wednesday. Market took off. And so I see this whole move now from 4 straight up as a leading diagonal. Jobs report came out Friday. They took it straight down to the 618 level and shot right off, right off of that level. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's a leading diagonal for the, we need 3 waves for this 5th wave. So that's 1. Looks like the 2 is in, and then if I zoom in here, I see this whole move up when they hit the low at 730. This whole move up is a leading diagonal. So I see, we got, probably a little bit more correction, some type of correction going to go on, and and then they'll be heading up to break this top one more time. And if they, if you want to look for where they might be going, I'm going to just draw that trend line, 5th wave. They could break this by 1 tick, 4, 1, 10, break it by 1 tick and head lower, or, they could be heading up towards kind of that trend line-ish, which puts you at about 4140, 4150, depending on how big of a correction this is going to be. So I'm looking for more up, breaking in the top, and then the moment of truth will be in play. So bears are going to look at this and go, all right, you got your leading diagonal, shallow correction, ending diagonal up here, and that'll all be just part of the leading diagonal. That'll be 1 of a leading diagonal. So 1, 2, 3 for 1, and then you'll get a 3 wave correction for 2, and then you'll go up for 3, 4, and 5 still. Bears are going to say, okay, this is leading diagonal, that's A, correction B, and now this ending diagonal will be C, and now we head down, not straight down, but there'll be waves and waves and waves, but we're totally heading down. So need to figure out what camp you're in. I'm leaning towards that this is still corrective for this whole move down. So this is an ABC. It could become way more complex. This can just be a W, and then they come down for the X and go up for a Y. But I still think this is all corrective. So this will be at least one. This could be all the correction when they break this top, or it could just be one part of the correction. So, but we'll have time to figure that out when this top is taken out. If I look at the Nasdaq, this one I still believe is creating a WXYXZ, because this low down here where the X is, it took out the low of this X. So this is not a leading diagonal. You can't have this low take out that low. So we got our WXY three-wave correction for X, and now I see this from the X. I got 1, 2, and then just like in the S&P, this is a leading diagonal. So that's 1, 2, 3, running flat 4, up for 5. So now that's just one wave. Then you had this big correction down for the B, up, just broke that top. That completed the third wave of this diagonal. Looks like, we could already have the fourth wave in. It's 3 waves, and now they're going up for the 5th wave. Or that this could be a bigger correction still in play before we go up for the 5th wave. But either way, I see this. This is going to be creating the Z wave here. So I still see more up in the Nasdaq, just like the S&P. It's just a matter of what type of correction that they want to make here. And let's go over to oil. So as I've been saying, we had this monster move down for A, correction B, and then we do have 5 waves down for C, but I don't think that this 5 waves is it. It could be, but I mean this was a monster move down, and it just seems like this C wave should be a little bit bigger, but we'll find out soon. So I got 5 waves down, and then we do have this A, B, and a C move up. So we hit the low last Sunday or Monday, early Monday morning, 73.60, and then all week it just shot up $10 to 83. But I don't think that this is all the correction. Even though there are 3 waves, I feel like this ABC is just going to be like the A wave, and it's coming down and it's coming into this zone where I would expect maybe a correction, a response of possibly this is 3 waves for the B, and so we got 1, 2, 3 waves, and then I would expect going up into this red zone here, which is 83.69 to like the low 86s. Somewhere in here, I would expect a response for more downside then. Which means then this is just these 5 waves. That's just 1. This will be 2, and then we'll go down for 3, 4, and 5 to complete the C wave. That's what I'm expecting. So OPEC decision coming out today, and that could be a catalyst. If they come out and they say that they're going to cut supply, that could be the catalyst to get you up into that zone. But I would expect in this zone you'll get rejected and start coming down for 3, 4, and 5. Natural gas, zooming out here. So I still see this WXY, and then all of this I see as a WXYXZ, which is for the X wave, and I believe that they're going to come and break this low. And so this will be WXY, this all here is X, and now we're coming down for the Z wave. And then get ready for natural gas to rip higher. So if I zoom in way in here, I got all of this as creating a leading diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't believe that the 5th wave down is finished quite yet. So if I zoom way in here, so I got here's 3, 4, and now it's coming down, and this is creating an ending diagonal for this fifth wave. So what I have here is I got 1, 2, here's 3, 4, and it's kind of interesting, but I have this final wave down for the fifth wave. You know, it's 1, 2, and it needs to break this low for 3. So Friday eve or afternoon, you know, this previous low was set at 1:50 Central Time, and that was at 6221. And right before the last trade Friday, they took it all the way down to 6222. So one tick away. So it's kind of surprised by that, because natural gas likes to do substantial gaps. So I would have thought that they would have closed just below this so that they can open up much higher here. And, you know, so they would have finished the fifth wave on Friday and then gapped up way up here somewhere. So I'm expecting that they'll, you know, open up somewhere down below here and then start a three-wave correction for this whole move, all these five waves. They'll correct that and then head down and break the low one more time. So that's what I'm seeing on those markets. Love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys later in the week. Good luck.